and we are going to go ahead and get started. I may need to pause and just let some people into the meeting as we get going. And I would first like to thank you all for joining us on this virtual meeting information night about our new Summer Enrichment Academy program that we're very excited to introduce and present to you tonight. So I will go ahead and get started. My name is Jessica Smacco. I'm a third grade teacher here at Fort Edward, and so many of these names and faces I recognize, and I will also be the program coordinator for the summer here at Fort Edward. So we are very excited because we have a great opportunity for your students. With very little time for planning and such, we are putting together a Summer Enrichment Academy that we think will be a great opportunity for students K through 6 here at Fort Edward. So we are working as a team, and we came up with the Summer Enrichment Academy mission statement, which is the Fort Edward School District will design a summer enrichment opportunity that ensures students K through 6 have access to high quality enrichment experiences that will spark curiosity, nurture social emotional needs, and review grade level concepts to ensure academic success going to the next grade level. So it's been about 10 years since we've been able to offer any type of summer program like this for our students. So it's going to look a little bit different this year, and it's going to be great. So what will our program look like? Well, we're going with keeping our kids sharp this summer. And what does that mean? What does sharp mean? Students having access to academic resources and programming to persevere. So as some of you may know, that in a normal school year, there is a little bit of what we call the summer slide that happens for many students, not all, but many. Whereas when you're away from the classroom over the summertime, you might have a little bit of reading or math fluency regression. And that is part of, what happens during the summer if your child is not an avid reader or someone who's going out and doing a lot with math during the summertime. Compound that with COVID, we were in some learning loss that occurred with breaks in education over the last year and a half. We're actually given a great opportunity to try and go ahead and keep our kids sharp with their skills over the summer by offering a 4-week enrichment academy, which we put together this cute little emoji. Everybody's very excited to welcome the kids back on July 5th for this program. So we've got some fun going on here with some of our team members for our Enrichment Academy. We'll show this to the kids when they come on the 5th. But who is part of our team? Well, in 6th grade, we've got Marianne Stark. She will be teaching that group. In 5th grade, we've got Mrs. Bump, Christina Bump. 4th grade will be Jody Brewer. 3rd grade, Stephanie Bruce and myself will split. She'll do 2 weeks and I will 2 weeks. 2nd grade, we have Lisa Tyler who will be joining our team. And in 1st grade, we also have another team splitting the 4-week program with Angelique Peck and Shauna Brown splitting 2 weeks and 2 weeks. Kindergarten will be taught by Shannon Smith. With our program, we will also be having a counseling team that will be here on site. One member of the counseling team will be on staff here throughout the 4 weeks. So it will either be Mrs. LeBaron or Jocelyn Nolan, our school psychologist, to provide some great social emotional learning opportunities for our students throughout the 4 weeks, and also be there for kids who may need to talk to somebody, or they'll also be pushing in and doing some mini lessons on social emotional learning, with each week being a different theme. So that's a great opportunity for our students. We have some push and help that will be coming with Jeff Durkee and Jill Boucher. They will both be sharing a position where they will be pushing into each one of these classrooms throughout the day to help with a small math group or small reading group, or to maybe help extend some of the science and STEM things that will be happening in these classrooms. We have a great support staff team, Mrs. Maggie or Maggie Tora, Miss H, Olivia Fisher, and I also need to add on to that Jessica Shields, who's just joined our team as well. We'll have a nurse on staff, and I'm going to be the program coordinator, and we will also have Mr. Galarno here, just so that you kind of know who's teaching where and what's going on. So like I said, it's been a little while since we've been able to offer a summer program here at Fort Edward. So what does this program look like? And we've tried our best to send information home. I know this is a crazy time of year, so let me see if I can kind of just go over some of the basics of what we've got going on for the program. So first of all, who can attend? What I'm going to be talking about primarily is students in grades K through 6. The middle school, high school will be having a different type of program going on. And if you have questions on that, you can direct those to Mr. Galarno. What was our process for recommendations for this? First, we went with teacher recommendations, some students who might benefit from extra support. We worked with their AIS teachers, maybe some students who are fully remote and maybe need a little bit of transition back into the classroom for September. So that was our what we called our phase 1 group of students that we invited into the program. We also took a look at some testing data and used that for some parameters. And of course, we've also now extended it to some parent requests or counselor recommendations for students. When does our program begin and when does it end? With very little lead time, what we did was we tried to come up with a program that would work for everyone, be beneficial for our students, be realistic for parents, and after a crazy long year that we've all endured, also be something where we would be able to staff it. So we're doing a 4-week program, which is going to be great, from July 5th through July 29th. It's going to run Monday through Thursday. Students will be provided each day with a daily breakfast, which they'll grab in the morning. We'll talk about the morning routine in just a minute. And then they will leave with a grab-and-go lunch on a daily basis. So when they come in on Monday, we've got somebody there who's going to take a lunch count for the week. And then at the end of the day, each day before dismissal, the kids will grab that grab-and-go lunch and take that home with them or go off to the rec program or wherever they're headed off to. This is just a typical schedule, and this was something that we did provide in the initial enrollment packet. This is not exactly what every single classroom schedule will be, but this just kind of gives you an idea so that you can see it's going to encompass a lot of different things. It's not just a reading camp. It's not just a math camp. We're trying to look at the whole student and provide opportunities in this 4-week period that really helps them social emotionally. We're providing some great fun with some of our STEM missions for the week, review and reinforcements. This is not a high stakes summer school. It's a summer enrichment academy so that we can really help those kids maintain those skills that they have and help them continue to be successful going to the next grade level. So this is just an idea of what a typical schedule might look like. So you can see they're getting, in a very short period of time, they're getting a lot of different types of skills and things. And in just a minute, I'll talk a little bit more about the 4 through 6 program and how that's a little bit different than what we're running K through 3. Okay. And you can also see that we really don't have any breaks within that time period. So I did want to make a note that we will be getting the kids outside for outside reading, or we've got some mystery readers that we will be surprising them with and getting out for, physical activity and things like that. But there's really not a lot of breaks in the day. If there is a message that you need to get to your child's summer enrichment teacher, the best way to do it would be probably to call the school to leave the message if it's real emergent, or to send a message on Dojo. Just realize that not everybody is checking that every moment of the day because we do have a very condensed schedule. And we're going to be very busy in the little bit of time that we have with your child in the summer. So like I said, if it's a huge emergent message, you know, so-and-so is getting picked up by this person instead of me today. And if it's, you know, a K through 3 student, then you might want to just call the main office and they will give our classroom a quick call. Okay. All right. So we wanted to make this fun, and we also wanted to kind of look at some different skills that we needed to work on. So our program for K through 3, what we did was we broke it up into 4 themed weeks that would create some great interest for the students and also be a great way to connect some of these target skills. So our first week theme is called Lights, Camera, Action, where grades K through 3 will be doing a lot of readers theater and working our fluency skills. Our second week is called Icky, Sticky, Ooey Gooey, and that's been left up to the teacher's interpretation. I know we've got some groups that are going to be working with slime. They're going to be reading nonfiction books. They're going to be reading about different types of freaky frogs and things like that. So a lot of things going on. Their week 3, folk tales, fairy tales, and fables, where our target skill will be to work on character traits and summarizing. And then our final week will be more of a sports theme. The Olympics are coming. Go for the gold. So that's kind of 4 themed weeks for our grades K through 3. Grades 4 through 6 are going to be working a little bit differently. They're going to be more of a literature-based unit. So maybe some of the STEM activities or some of those different things might touch on some of the target skills or connect a little bit to the weekly themes, but they are going to be working more on literature-based units. And I'm going to stop right there and let Mrs. Bump just say a word or two about the 4 through 6 literature-based units, if she's still on here.
Yep, I'm here. I don't have a fancy slide like you, Miss Vago. But 4 through 6, we're all going to be doing a novel study. So in 4th grade, they'll be doing a book by Jerry Spinelli, 4th grade Rats. My grade will be doing the book Wonder, and 6th grade, I believe, is doing Maniac McGee. So we will be fitting in all the foundational skills in writing using a high interest literature unit. I can give you a little more on the 5th graders. Going over to the junior high, that is a huge transition. And this year, working with the older kids again, I forget about how big of a change that is going over into the big kids building. So I chose the book Wonder in order to do a kindness project. So each week we'll be doing something within the community with the 5th graders that showing kindness, learning compassion and empathy, how to stand up to bullies, how to deal with bullying. One of the main themes is to choose kindness, that sometimes it's better to try to be kinder than necessary, which I love in that book. In our STEM projects, we're going to have a STEM project of the week, which at this age, the components of STEM, they can really get into it. My group's going to be building a zip line. We're going to be doing some balloon cars. We've got a couple STEM projects based on the book itself. And I am sure the 4th through 6th groups too will work together as we go along and try to do some things together as well. Fluency in math, though, I did want to point out that will be a big part of that is going to be the fluency, getting those division, multiplication facts concrete down, review of fractions, geometry, things like that in the most fun way we can think of. But we will be outside a lot as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to type them in the comments.
Thank you, Mrs. Bump. Very well done. All right. So the other thing that came home with that initial enrollment packet and then with your confirmation is, and I know this is teeny tiny, so seeing it on the screen is pretty much near impossible, was just a quick calendar, trying again to get the kids to be excited to come and all of that. We've got some different things that go along with our theme weeks. Mondays, we're going to be doing Pop Start of the Week. There'll be a freeze pop break for all the classrooms. Tuesdays, Tea-rific Tuesday. Wear your favorite comfy t-shirt, and that means teachers too. Support staff, nurse, everybody wear your favorite comfy t-shirt on Tuesdays. Wednesday is our Wacky Wednesday. Just having fun with it. We know the kids love it when we have Spirit Week. So just address, you do not need to go all out elaborate. Just come dressed as your favorite character, TV, cartoon character, and different themes for Wacky Wednesday go along with those themed weeks as well. Okay. And then, of course, Fridays are Fort's Pride. Wear your blue and white. We're also working on scheduling some mystery readers. We have a couple other surprises up our sleeves, and then we'll end with this great program the fifth graders are going to be doing in conjunction with the Fort Edward Recreation Department. So more details to come on that. All right. So late last week, and some of you who have recently signed up, so that would be as early as today, some of you received the confirmation letter. Yes, your child is in the program, because there are some grade levels where our numbers are extremely high and we are at maximum capacity. Other grade levels where we're kind of building, but I would say very soon we'll be stopping enrollments for all grade levels. We have room in a few of our programs, a few of our classrooms still, but we have at least 4 that are just about done with enrollments because we just can't fit anybody else, which is a good problem to have, I would say. So you should have received this confirmation letter, and what this really highlighted was some very basic information, and I don't want to waste anybody's time going over every detail of this, but if you have not seen this, I did post it on the on the enrichment class dojo out there for everybody to see. If you need another hard copy, please get in touch with me and I will send it out. But this just basically lists the expectations, which I'll talk about in a moment. Drop off is very similar to our normal morning drop off procedure, and dismissal. Yes, we still have to fill out the health screenings. Yes, the kids right now, until we receive further guidance, when they're inside, will need to wear the masks. When we go outside, they will not. And breakfast and lunch, which I already talked about. Also, attendance. We'll be expecting that the students are here for attendance at school for the 4 weeks. I know that there have been a couple instances where parents have said we already had a pre-planned vacation and so-and-so is going to be out on this day. So we've taken care of that as well. Supplies and such, basically bring a water bottle, backpack, beach towel for days where we might go outside and sit and read. Keep that beach towel right in their backpack, or some teachers may opt to put it in a special place in the classroom so they don't have to bring it back and forth. But again, that's teeny tiny, so I'm going to stop right there. If you have not seen that confirmation letter, it's posted on the enrichment class dojo, and I can also get you another paper copy. If your child is remote, we did mail those out. So if they just signed up, then it might be in the mail right now. Okay. Again, expectations and such, we wanted to connect our expectations for this program to what we've been working on for a couple of years with PBIS, just making sure the kids are respectful, responsible, and act in a safe manner, and of course, following the golden rule. Because again, in some grade levels, we actually have a waiting list. So we want to make sure that everything goes smoothly and that students know the expectations, parents know the expectations, so that we don't have any behavioral issues. I think they're going to be highly engaged in what we have to offer for our programs this summer. Everybody has been working really hard on our team to really put together some great experiences for the kids and keep them engaged and keep them maintaining all of the learning that they've gained over the school year. So program communication. So for instance, when I need to get the word out about, a change, hey, remember today is our Wacky Wednesday Dress As Day, or don't forget, we're going to be doing this program in conjunction with the Fort Edward Rec Department. Program communications, I will put out there on the Summer Enrichment Class Dojo. So please make sure if you have not connected there that you do so. I have a ton of people connected on here. It's a great way for us to communicate as a group. Individual classroom teachers for our summer enrichment will communicate with you whichever way works for them. Okay. I know some of the older, I don't think on a normal basis, 6th grade uses Dojo. They might use something else. So this is going to be used for like general communication. And if you have a quick question, you can send it to me on Dojo. But again, if you have an emergent situation where there's going to be a child that needs to have a pickup change or something like that, I would call the school and they will get us a message. Okay. And I'll put as many links and things on the Dojo classroom as possible to help you out. So if you have any further questions about our program, you can contact Mr. Galarno, who is our K-12 principal, or myself, Jessica Smacco, and you can reach me at email, Dojo, or you can give me a call here at school. And before I leave, I just want to say thank you for coming to our online meeting tonight. And don't forget to check out some other great community resources that we have here at Fort Edward, which is the Fort Edward Rec Department. Mr. Donahue heads that up. They update their Facebook account quite often. And also the Fort Edward Free Library with Vicki Plood. She does a great job down there as well. And we'll have different things going on for the kids throughout the summer. So at this time, Mrs. Bruce, if you want to kind of check the chat, if there are any questions.
There aren't any questions that haven't been answered. Miss Carpenter just put a comment on saying that parents can contact her as well, and she will get messages to us.
Great. Thank you, Mrs. Carpenter. Always so helpful. I am going to go ahead and stop the recording.